The wind howled across Maple Hollow as if the town itself mourned the ghosts stirring awake. Detective Lena Harper sat in her cruiser beneath the pale glow of a street lamp, reviewing the files strewn across her dashboard. Richard Calloway, the once respected teacher and father, now suspected of murdering Eliza Benton 3 decades ago. The DNA had spoken, but it hadn't revealed everything. There were still missing pieces, echoes caught in the cracks of silence. One of those pieces was the unnamed girl who died in the fire with Calloway's brother. Lena had tracked down the original fire chief who investigated the blaze. Now retired and living in a cabin by the lake, he remembered the scene well. There were signs she was tied up, he told Lena, eyes clouded by memory. We assumed it was a robbery gone wrong. No ID, no family came forward. It was like she never existed. Lena stared at the old man. What if she wasn't just a bystander? What if she was the beginning? The deeper Lena dug, the more the town resisted. Records were missing. Witnesses changed their stories. And always there was that carnival. She returned to the carousel. Night had fallen, and the field was silent except for the wind and the occasional creak of the rusted horses. Lena walked the perimeter, flashlight scanning the overgrowth, when her beam landed on a fragment of bone lodged in the roots of a tree. The forensics team confirmed what she feared. Human remains. Small, likely a child. Was it Eliza? The bone had a fracture, old but healing. A similar fracture was noted in Eliza's medical records from a playground fall. It was enough to press forward. As the investigation exploded in the media, a letter arrived at the station. Handwritten, postmarked from a nearby town. It read, "She wasn't the only one. He kept others. I helped cover it up. Come to 741 Bishop's Hollow. I'll tell you everything." The signature was chilling. Marlene Calloway. Lena arrived at the location, a crumbling farmhouse shrouded by forest. She approached cautiously, flashlight cutting through the dark. Marlene was waiting inside, aged further since their last meeting. A glass of whiskey trembled in her hand. "You should arrest me," she whispered. Lena sat. "Why right now?" "Because the nightmares won't stop. Because he kept journals, boxes of them. I burned most of them after he died. But I kept one. For penance." Marlene slid a scorched leather notebook across the table. Lena opened it. Page after page revealed Richard's descent. Mentions of voices in the lights, her red ribbon, and atonement. Then, a line that shattered her. "She wasn't Eliza. I thought she was, but the lights lied. I buried her anyway." It wasn't just Eliza. Richard had taken another girl, possibly more, mistaking them for someone else, perhaps the girl who died in the fire. His grief had mutated into madness. As the investigation widened, the orchard became a crime scene. Cadaver dogs uncovered fragments, bones, clothing, hair ribbons. DNA confirmed at least 2 victims besides Eliza. The town was horrified, and still no clear motive. Only broken minds and broken hearts. Weeks later, Lena stood at the memorial built near the orchard. Families left flowers, stuffed animals, and letters. She found herself beside Marlene once more. "I never had children," Marlene said, "but I feel like I lost a dozen." Lena nodded. "Was he evil?" Marlene asked. Lena took a long breath. "I think he was broken, and the cracks swallowed everyone around him." As they stood there, the wind picked up. The trees rustled like whispers. Lena turned to leave but paused. She thought of Eliza, of the girl in the fire, of the nameless bones beneath the orchard. Their voices had been silenced for decades, but the truth had finally broken free. Justice in the form of answers, not vengeance. As Lena drove away from Maple Hollow, the town shrinking in her rearview mirror, she whispered a vow. Asterisk, no more silence. Not ever again. Asterisk, the past had burned, but in its ashes the truth had risen.